Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. My name is Joe Fish Kay. I will be your potch for today. First off, a big shout out to all of our volunteers, space wranglers, presenters, and attendees at MozFest this weekend in London. As it seems like it was a really exciting year, and it's delightful to see all that work happening there. So, big round of applause for everyone involved in setting up MozFest. A couple of people didn't get a verbal shout out last week because of some wiki latency issues, so many thanks to tech speakers Anyana, Candy, Karsten, Flacky, Manal, and Yuli, who gave talks or workshops over the weekend in Argentina, Botswana, Germany, and Mexico. Also to Aka, Andre, Andrej, Fabian, Hugh Ling, Louis, Remember, Sheng, Shafguta, and Shrishtika, who gave talks and workshops at ViewSource and MozFest in London, and various locales in New York, North Carolina, Ivory Coast, India, Mexico, and beyond. So, round of applause for all them, please. Coming up on Friday, we have Yvonne Rogers. Now, Yvonne Rogers is the director of the University College of London's Interaction Centre. She's a very, very accomplished researcher. I'm a huge fan of hers, and I was delighted that we were able to bring her in as part of the speaker series. She's going to be giving a talk entitled Revealing Data, Creepy or Curious, talking out of the London office. So that'll be noon Pacific time, 3 o'clock Eastern time, and 1700 hours British time. That doesn't sound right to me. We should check those details, because the time zones don't do that. But we can work on this. Let's move on. Let's talk about some speakers. Asa, are you ready to give us an update on Firefox?
Hey, everyone. Firefox 63 is our current stable release. It shipped last week and contains opt-in content blocking for all users and some performance and energy efficiency wins for Mac users. Firefox 64 is in the beta channel. 64 goes to stable on December 11th. We're in our 5th of 14 planned betas, so about a third of the way through. Firefox 65 is now in the nightly channel, and over the last week we've resolved more than 460 bugs, including these notable changes. We now support the handoff web browsing activity type on Mac OS. WebRender is stood up on Gecko View, though not enabled by default. And we're now using strict list for default cookie restrictions on nightly and beta. That's it for Firefox this week. Thanks.
Thank you. And now we have Ashley coming at us from the Vancouver office to talk about Firefox for Echo Show. Do you want me to drive the slides, or are you driving the slides, Ashley?
So hi, for everyone that hasn't met me yet, I am Ashley Thomas, and I'm the product manager on Firefox for our Amazon devices. And I'm excited to come and talk to everybody about the launch of our newest browser. So if you move the slide forward. Yay, we launched on October 11th, Firefox for Amazon's Echo Show. And move slide, please. So this came out alongside the launch of their 2nd generation version of the device. You can also find it on the 1st generation version though. It's been referred to as Alexa with a screen or a kitchen companion, which makes a lot of sense given the capabilities it has. So you can do things like controlling your smartphone or following recipes on there. And next slide. And the most important new feature is you can now access the web through Firefox on it. So you can open it up to even more options. Just say, Alexa, open Firefox. And once you do that, this is what it'll look like. This is the home page. And as you can see, we've got 3 default quick links on there. And we're looking to add more in the future once we get a better understanding of what people would like to visit. You can also add your own links. So if somebody visits a web page they're interested in, they can also favorite it, and it'll show up on this. So you navigate the browser in a similar way to you do on tablet, but the focus is pretty different. So a tablet might be used to scroll through social media while you're sitting on the couch, but the Echo Show is used in very different situations. It's stationary, always available, and in the hub of your home usually. And it's primarily voice powered, but has the screen to it as well. Because of this, we expect more use cases, things like sending a short email or playing the news while you're making coffee in the morning. The other main difference is that now we actually have Firefox pre-installed. So on many other devices, we rely on users going and actually installing Firefox and then using that instead of their default browser. But on the Echo Show, you're presented with a choice right off the bat. So you can pick Silk or you can pick Firefox. And this gives us a great opportunity to connect with people right away. And then our focus over the next quarter will be keeping those people that initially choose Firefox. So the device has only been out for a few short weeks, so that means it's still pretty early to report on metrics. But one I wanted to talk about is the session time. So along with other research, we're hoping that we can look at session time and get an indication of how people are using the device. Is it mostly just them doing quick lookups on there, or are they also watching videos? The past couple weeks, we've seen the time on Firefox for Echo Show be about 15 to 20% of what we've seen on Fire TV so far, and it's also significantly less than the active time on desktop. So it'll be interesting over the next months to see how this changes and what that actually means for the usage. And that's it. So thanks, everyone. You can reach me in Firefox for Echo Show channel. You can also go to GitHub at Mozilla Mobile/Firefox Echo Show. And I just want to say a really big thank you to our team that worked on this. I think the browser looks great, and I'm really excited to have it in users' hands now. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you, Ashley. Over to London, where MVK will be giving us the latest on the Weekly Minute. MVK, take it away.
Cheerio, everybody. It's here I am from London bringing the Weekly Minute. It's the weekly updates from Mozilla IT on the things that we're doing to support and empower all of Mozilla in our mission to keep the web a global public resource, open and accessible to all. An internet that truly puts people first, where individuals can shape their own experience and are empowered, safe, and independent. And let me tell you, I'm really feeling the mission this week. I was at MozFest this weekend. I presented Innovate Like a DJ. It was wonderful. I spun 3 sets, DJing Friday, Saturday, and Sunday at MozFest. It was just amazing to see how all the spirit, how everybody gets involved. I met this friend here, but unfortunately I wasn't able to teach him to talk. I was going to try to have him bring the minute, or maybe it's a her. I don't even know. But you know, I'm still kind of loopy with jet lag, so nothing from here. Wanted to thank the entire MozFest production crew, which included, I hope I don't miss anybody here, but I know that Fahd Kamal and Andy Krokendorfer from IT were involved. Andy was streaming a lot of the speakers on Airmo, and I think some of those presentations are archived. You should check them out. And then as far as Minute and IT content goes this week, we just have one thing, but it's a big one, so pay attention, everybody. If you're in an office right now, your life is going to change a little bit. There are wireless authentication changes coming to all of our offices. There will be a new way to log into Wi-Fi at our spaces. The authentication required for wireless, specifically for the Mozilla SSID, is migrating away from your LDAP password to a single-purpose Wi-Fi password. So you're going to have a different password for Wi-Fi. Action is likely required on your part to stay online in a Moz space. We've given you a couple links here, so click on the first link. I think they actually both go to the Mana page. The first link, generating a new Wi-Fi password now. Go there and just go through that process and walk through the Mana page, and the schedule and additional details about that will all be on the Project Mana page. So I'm not quite sure when that's rolling out yet, but it's coming soon. Check out the Mana page, be ready, and we'll see you all soon. Thank you.
Thanks very much. All right, let's do a quick refresh and see. Oh, we have exciting things here. Josh Matthews, why don't you talk to us from Toronto, please?
I would be happy to do that. So I've got 3 things for you today. One is to let you know that we launched WebAssembly as part of Firefox about 1.5 years ago. It's continued to grow and evolve since then. There's been lots of interest from the industry in it. And most recently, Mozilla's own Lynn Clark has published a new Hacks blog post talking about some of the further future changes to WebAssembly that you can expect coming down the pipe. It's done in a way that's really accessible and interesting. So if you like cartoons about code, you should check it out. Secondly, you may remember from JSConf EU that happened a few months ago, a team of really talented people from Mozilla put together a physical arch that was powered by WebAssembly and Rust and other things. And that was a really big hit at that point. We also brought it to GitHub Universe last week, I believe it was. And that was, again, a really popular hit with attendees there. And we're hoping that we can bring it to Orlando to allow everyone from Mozilla to experience its greatness. So keep an eye out for that. And finally, I want to tell you that Servo, our research web browser engine that we've been working on for a few years now, as a way to really allow us to experiment with new ideas for building web browsers, we have made it run on an augmented reality device called the Magic Leap, which is something that allows you to put goggles on your face and see the world around you, but also see two-dimensional and three-dimensional content that exists that is drawn over the world around you. So we have Servo rendering web content that you can like pin to a wall and walk around your room. And we're really excited to explore what that means for the future of browser UX and UI. So anyone with access to a device can give it a try today if they want to give the code a shot. And that's all from ET for this week.
Awesome. Thank you very much, Josh. I'm going to do one more refresh. Looks like that is, we have some introductions. Matt, why don't you introduce us to somebody from Pocket? Oh no, you're in Mozilla SF.
Mozilla SF, the person I'm introducing, I'm still going to introduce her. She is over at the IT desk, but I'm going to introduce her anyways. We have a new hire starting with us. Her name is Minnie Nagabandi. She is joining us in the Pocket SF office as a senior QA engineer. She previously was working at DocuSign and Ticketmaster, and she is joining us to help us move forward our QA efforts and make sure we're putting out great product across all of our different platforms. There she is. I see her. Hi. Hi, putting you on the spot. You can come over here and just wave really quick. But yes, we're very excited to have Minnie join us, and here she is. Yay, yay. That's it.
Welcome, Minnie. Andrew, you're going to introduce someone from Toronto, I believe.
I am. Hi. I'm very excited to welcome Neha Kochar to the Mozilla family. She starts today here in Toronto. She's going to manage part of the DOM team. We were trying to brainstorm a better team name at lunch today, and we didn't quite get there. So let's just go with part of the DOM team, and she'll be based here. So welcome, Neha.
Welcome, Neha. All right, I'm going to do one more refresh, and then I get to say the thing that you've all been waiting for, which is thank you very much. I'm Joe Fish. I've been your Poch for the day, and keep rocking the free web. Thank you very much.